there, it's Sean Murphy. It's a Minute with Pablo Beach. We're here today with Don Nicol, owner of TacoLu Restaurant in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Don, how's it going?
I'm great, Sean. How are you this morning?
Good. It's Cinco de Mayo and you're in a COVID shutdown. Is that going to affect you at all?
Well, sure. It's a whole new world out there. Everything being relative, it's still going to be chaotic and crazy and partially out of control. It's one of the best days we have every year, and it's the one that I lose sleep over for about a week going into it. So we're ready. We're ready. It's it's a whole strange new thing we got going on.
Oh, man, I can imagine. Can you kind of give us a little bit of information on how you and your team have survived during this shutdown? Having to retool a little bit and do business differently.
Yes. I knew, obviously we were in the trenches during TPC week with Tacos on 12 going and the tournament getting canceled. And the next 3 or 4 days was really, up in the air. We didn't know what was happening. We have 125 to 135 employees, depending on the time of year. And when you talk about losing sleep, I'm at the time I'm freaking out about, what am I going to do with all these people? And, you talk to your insurance people and you talk to your accountant and you team up and figure it out. But the biggest thing was the not knowing what's happening next with every mayor's press conference and then the governor. We just weren't sure what was going to happen for about 10 days. And finally, after we went from 50 people only, which was brutally difficult to manage, to go only, after that first weekend, we transitioned into a pretty solid takeaway machine, I like to call it. But
good.
Again, for the next few days, with every mayor's conference, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to do it the next day. So, with trying to keep everybody here safe and clean and everybody out there safe and clean, and we just sort of transitioned into nobody gets out of their cars. You call in if you can. I had 2 phone lines all this time, and until 6 weeks ago, that was one too many. But now I wish I had 10. So, you call in if you can get through, you place the order. If not, you come in here and we order. We got to where we have sort of sections in the parking lot like we do in the restaurant for people to take orders. And then we ring it in. And then, 10, 15, if it's really busy, sometimes a little longer, we bring right out to their car. And so it's turned out to be a pretty good, solid routine.
Awesome. What type of things are you looking at with the new phase 1 as far as trying to reopen? What are your thoughts or what are your plans on easing back into try to quote unquote a normal way of doing business?
Well, I'm delighted that phase 1 is here. I'm not gonna lie, it's about a week earlier than I thought, or 2. I'm still in the middle of refinishing this bar, but I'm glad that we're making steps to do it. I think Florida's been ahead of the curve as far as a lot of things. If you take Miami-Dade away, we're barely on the radar.
Right.
So that said, I'm not sure everybody's really ready to start jumping into full theaters and full restaurants. So we're going to wait a little while. And part of that is because, we can get 40 people in here and then we can do people on the patio. I think the other thing is that we're way more efficient right now doing what we're doing, having done it for 5 or 6 weeks. And so we don't want to interrupt that. And we don't want to slow everything down, because I really think bringing people inside and then they would fill up the parking lot and then our to-go flow gets backed up. So I just think we're not really ready, A, and B, I think the general public, is going to be, I'm ready. I had lunch out yesterday at my favorite little Vietnamese joint in Mayport, and it was me and 3 other people. I think they can get 6 or 8 people in there, but I think a lot of people are ready, but I think for the most part, I think to-go is still going to be a huge part of our business going forward. Who knows how long?
Right. All right, well, let's get to some fun part. It's Cinco de Mayo, and can you show us and show the world how to make your famous margarita at TacoLu?
I absolutely will, and I'm totally prepared. But what I always like to talk about first is our margarita mix, which we call the Lou Brew, which is just something cute that a bartender made up probably 11 years ago. And I think that's what makes the difference in a really good margarita is the mix that you make. Now, not any tequila, but any really good full 100% agave tequila is great in a margarita. And we have some that are $250 a shot that would be a waste in a margarita. But Milagro is a great brand. Herradura, Don Julio. I mean, there's so many that you can use, a Blanco or a Reposado. But you don't want to pour a gallon of pre-made mix from, the grocery store, I don't think. So we, as you can see, have this fresh fruits here. We've always squeezed our own fruits and made our own simple syrup, which is super simple. And our combination is like 3 parts lime, 1 part lemon. Now what you end up with that is what we call our Lou Brew. And this is straight up, this is the Lou Brew already mixed. But if you get lime juice and lemon juice, which I've already squeezed and poured in here, once you mix it, it's equal parts simple syrup. Simple syrup is 1 part sugar, 1 part water, and you just cook it down to a nice little thicker viscosity is really all you got to do.
Right.
So equal parts juice, simple syrup, you got it. And then you just put it over ice. So I got Lou Brew, which I got ice, brought ice. So we don't have much ice up here anymore. A nice hearty pour. Oh, it's coming from everywhere. And instead of Cointreau, we've forever used this Creole Shrub, which is a rum Clement, makes this really great, basically orange-based liqueur. It's rum-based, rather, instead of cognac-based like Cointreau. And so, once you get your ice, got to give it a good shake. I'm going to use the same glass to have that in it. It's probably a no-no. And strain the old ice out over the new ice. I'm making a mess. That's all right. They don't pay me to be a bartender. And there you go. We got a delicious margarita ready to go.
Awesome.
It's actually quite good. I might have to drink that right now. So again, the mix is huge. The tequila is, also a big part of that, but I wouldn't confuse the two. A great tequila in a horrible margarita mix makes a horrible margarita. So that's where you want to spend your time, or at least research and find some good margarita mix in the store. And there are a few out there that we've found.
All right. Well, thank you.
Sure.
Everyone at the beach basically knows where you're at, but those that aren't, can you tell some folks, everybody, how to get in contact with you guys? And they want takeout, what's your contact numbers? And let's roll.
The phone number is easy. It's 249-TACO, which is 249-8226. We're on Beach Boulevard right next to Adventure Landing, which is a super easy landmark to find. And TacoLu.com is, I have it currently set. When you pull it up, it goes straight to the menu. So you can see what's available, because our menu is slightly limited for our to-go style that we got going on. So check them out.
Well, thank you for taking the time.
Hey, my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Thanks. Stay sober today. No, I don't know. I'm going to.